Welcome to Free Flow Yoga and this post-run or post-ride warm down. We are starting in all fours, so please come to an all fours position with the knees directly below the hips and the wrists below the shoulders. I'm going to start by drawing the belly button down, raising the tailbone up, gazing forwards with long arms. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, curl the chin to the chest, dome the spine to the sky and draw the tailbone down and under. As you inhale, come back to the first position. Belly button draws down, tailbone lifts, gaze forwards. And then exhaling, chin to chest, making a rainbow shape through the spine, the tailbone drops. Inhale through to cow. And exhaling to cat. Keep going between these two postures. Focus on the feeling of space and length you're creating through the spine and the back and chest. And then we'll pause in cat's position. This is the rainbow-shaped spine. The chin is drawing to the chest, the tailbone curling down and under. Push the floor away, your arms feel long. And then come to a neutral spine. Take your knees as wide as the mat, the big toes resting together, and let the hips sink down towards the heels as you extend the fingertips towards the top of the mat. Melt the heart space down. Let the forehead rest down on the mat. And as the hips sink towards the heels and the fingertips extend towards the top of the mat, sense the length, the space, enjoy the stretch. Lovely, and then come back to all fours, the knees below the hips. Step one leg and then the other leg back into plank position. So your shoulders, your hips, your heels in one long line. Draw your heart space forwards. The elbows are tucking in as you come all the way down to the mat. And then slide the forearms in front. Your elbows directly below the shoulders in length and in width. Push the floor away so you broaden the chest and draw the shoulder blades together and down the back. Pausing here, taking deep breaths, opening up the chest. And then bring your left forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Swim your right arm back and bend the right knee to take hold of the foot or the ankle or your jogging bottoms and draw the heel closer to the bottom. You can rest the forehead on the left forearm. For a deeper stretch, draw the left forearm closer to the body, pushing the chest away as you pull on the right foot. Release the hold, swap the arms over so the right forearm comes parallel to the top of the mat as you swim the left arm back and take hold of the foot or the ankle. If you can't quite get hold of the foot, the ankle or your clothing and you're at home, you can use a strap or a scarf. Release the hold, bring both hands either side of the chest, tuck the toes, push strongly through all fours and all the way into downward facing dog, placing your hands at least shoulder distance and the feet at least hip distance apart. Pedal out your legs here, raise one heel, bend the knee and swap over. Lovely. Come to stillness and step your right foot between the hands and let the left knee come down to the mat with the option to untuck your back toes. We want the right knee above the right heel. Walk the weight back and as you do, bring the right toes up to the sky. And then coming forwards, access the stretch in the back thigh, the back hip flexor. And keep going backwards and forwards, lingering anywhere that you feel needs a bit of extra attention. And then pausing in our lunge position with the hands framing the front foot. Tuck your back toes, raise the back knee. We're coming to a high lunge. Bring the hands to the hips and be strong as we come up, stacking the head over heart, heart over pelvis, and guiding your tailbone down, tucking it under so the hip bones face upwards. Now bend your back knee deeper, bring the shin parallel to the mat, and pause here, deep stretch. Lovely. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot and step back to downward facing dog. Pedal the leg once more, hands at least shoulder distance, feet at least hip distance. Come to stillness and step your left foot between the hands, lowering the right knee down to the mat. Option to untuck the back toes. Let's walk the weight back, straightening off the front leg and bringing the toes up towards the ceiling. And as you come forwards, make sure the knee doesn't come any further forwards than the heel. And keep moving backwards and forwards, pausing anywhere that for you needs a little bit of extra time. The next time you come to your lunge with the hands framing the front foot, tuck the back toes, raise the back knee, heading to our high lunge, hands to the hips, slow and controlled as we come up, stacking the spine, taking the tailbone down and under, and then bend your back knee deeper. Pause here. As you inhale, reach the arms overhead, slightly straighten the back leg. And as you exhale, let the hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back, downward facing dog, pedal your legs. Lovely. And then lower the knees down to the mat. Come to a seated posture. And if you are very uncomfortable in cross-legged and your hips are much higher, your knees are much higher than your hips, then you can sit on a cushion or some sort of support. Find a tall spine. Relax your shoulders. Let the hands rest either side of the body. And as you inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, use your core strength to twist to the left and then lower your hands down. The right hand resting on the left knee, the left hand behind you. Your arms are assisting, but they're not taking over, so stay connected with your core. With every inhale, lengthen through the spine and sit tall. With every exhale, soften, maybe twist deeper. Stay here, take just the gaze over the right shoulder, tucking the chin in towards the right collarbone. And then on an inhale, unravel, come back to center. Let the spine realign. And then take the hands either side of the body. Inhale, reach overhead. And then exhale, twist to the right. And then lower your hands down. Right hand behind you, left hand resting on the right knee. Stay tall with the shoulders relaxed. Inhale creates length. Exhale to twist. Take just the gaze over the left shoulder, tucking the chin in towards the collarbone. Lovely, and then unraveling, coming back to center and rolling down onto our backs now. Walk the feet in towards the bottom, your heels approximately a handspan from the bottom and they're hip distance apart with the thighs parallel. Take your right leg up and then bend the right knee, bringing the right ankle to the left thigh. Guide the knee out to the side with the option to bring the left thigh in towards the chest and feeding your right arm in the space between the legs. Interlace the fingers behind the left shin or the left thigh. Now stay in this position, but if you have the hands clasped, release the hold and place the left foot back down on the mat. Continue to cross the right leg on top of the left. So if we were sat on a chair and we had our legs crossed, this is how they'd look. And then raise them back up again. Take hold of the outside edges of the feet, or maybe take hold of the ankles or the shins, and gently draw the feet towards the shoulders. Release the hold and place both feet back down onto the mat. Sweep your left leg up. Bend the left knee to bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Tune in here on this side. If you would like to, you can bring the right thigh closer to the chest and interlace the fingers behind the right shin or the right thigh. Keep your head heavy, the neck, the shoulders relaxed. And then releasing the hold but keeping the legs in this position, place the right foot back down on the mat. Continue to cross the left leg on top of the right. And then lift the feet once more. So bringing the thighs in towards the chest, take hold of the outside edges of the feet, or maybe the ankles or the shins, and draw the feet towards the shoulders. Release the hold, set both feet back down onto the mat. Gently sway the knees here from side to side. And then bring the knees into the chest and continue to sway from side to side. So rocking from side to side, sensing maybe a nice massage through the lower back. And then we'll extend the legs, taking them as wide as the mat. Let the arms flop either side of the body. And we'll finish by pausing and allowing a moment to absorb the practice and whatever workout came before it.